Alright, this is Sidai White here. This is Philistia question. Uh, Basically, the video is going to be about the 17-year-old death of the boxing match in Indonesia. Click in the description section of this video. Will bring you to that video. Basically, it's a boxing match where it ended in a 17-year-old dying in the ring. So I just want to have Sidai White share his thoughts on that video.
Well, after watching it, it was definitely an eye-opener. It was shocking, but definitely doesn't surprise me, because when you look at what boxing is, you're putting two people in a ring and making them fight for no purpose. They're fighting for money, they're fighting for fame, they're fighting for ego and entitlement, and really you're forcing people to fight when, again, the purpose of fighting is just survival. So these young kids, from a different country, they want fame, they want fortune, they want ego, and they'll do anything to get it. You watched the fight, and they look like they're out for blood. And you gotta ask yourself, is this what we want as a society? UFC, boxing, all these sports, you're putting people in the ring, and you're forcing them to kind of, well, not forcing, but they're fighting each other. You can argue that things like this don't happen very often, but in a sense, boxers, they've slowly killed themselves. So yeah, the guy's not going to die after the first fight or the second fight. He might not even die after he's done being a boxer, but in the long term, all those shots to the head, you end up hurting yourself, and you end up becoming, you could end up becoming paraplegic, you could end up becoming, have Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. That head trauma it'll kill you eventually. And yet, as a society, we enjoy it. As a society, we look at it, and the funny thing is, we revere people who put like dogs in the ring, like Mike Vick. Oh, he's a criminal because two pit bulls are fighting each other. But how is that any different than putting two humans? Just because we have a choice, it really isn't. It really is comparable, because you're having people fight each other for no reason. The same thing as you're having dogs fight each other. It's just kind of sad how we really, as a society, we promote this. We make money off of it, and as men, this and other sports, this is what people love to watch. So guys will sit around, they'll watch these boxers, they'll idolize them. Like, oh, this guy's from my country, oh yeah, he's great. When really, you're not fighting. Why do you get a sense of entitlement from another person doing something? It's kind of stupid. Like when people watch a football team or a soccer team or something like that, or a basketball team, and they're like, oh yeah, Chicago, like if you're the one winning the game, you're not doing anything. It's these athletes that are doing it, and you're feeling like you're a part of it, but you're not. You're just watching. So it's kind of comical, because this is what how human mentality is. I actually saw a movie, and it isn't a great movie, but it's called Real Steel. It's a movie about robot boxing, and there was a scene in the film where he's talking about how it came about, how people liked watching boxing and Muay Thai, and people wanted more and more violence. So they had to just get people out of the picture altogether and make robots do it, because robots can get killed and torn apart, and they're robots. So it's funny, because I kind of see that happening with the UFC and these boxing. It's just, you're watching people hurt each other, and you're enjoying it, and if you don't have the nerve to do it yourself, why are you promoting it? If you're afraid to fight, why are you promoting fighting? If you're afraid to get up and exercise, why aren't you why are you promoting exercising? You should be able to want to do something yourself. And if you can't do that, don't be a spectator and sit around like you know something, because you don't. You're just sitting around watching. But this is really just sad, and it just shows you the extreme of where this mentality takes you. People, especially in our school, when we not compete, when we spar with each other, we don't spar because I want to be better than the other person. We spar because we want to get better ourselves and help that other person get better. It's a mutual respect. And when you don't have that respect for your opponent, when you're just blindly fighting just to make yourself better or have that ego, it's not good because you don't hold back, you know. Well, there are times when we're sparring and you can get a knockout blow, but you don't. Why? Because that's not what your intention is. Your intention is to teach each other. And I think that's more healthy. If you're going to fight, don't lose yourself. Don't lose your morality. Always think about this person has a family and they have kids and they have a wife or they have people that love them. And the same thing with you. How would you feel if they killed you? How would your family feel if you were gone? So it's just really an eye-opener, and I encourage you all to watch it and just think about it and really think about the next time you watch a sport or something like that. Why are you watching this stuff? Read a book or go do something. Do something with yourself. Go do something healthy for your body, because really you're not getting anything out of it. You're getting a sense of satisfaction that really shouldn't be there because you're not doing anything yourself. You're just watching. So with that, just I leave you and just think about it.